Hello, good morning, everyone. I'm Tomás Ruiz, and I work for a company called Other Plane Labs, where we build tooling and provide infrastructure for the Witnet ecosystem. And in today's talk, we are going to see the different voting mechanisms that exist in the DAO space and how, more or less, how they work and the current problems that you face when you use one of those solutions. And then we will also see the proof of concept that we have made to try to remove those problems and the next steps for this proof of concept. Well, what are the current voting solutions? More or less, if we group them, we can group them in two different main groups. The first one will be on-chain solutions, such as the maker one. They are the truth is they are really easy to use and they are really intuitive. Anyone that wants to participate or they are willing to participate, they are going to find the way. They have a nice UI, a great user experience, but the final users have to deal with gas costs, and all of us now what is deal with gas costs in Ethereum right now. And then there's a second group, which are off-chain or solutions that use layer 2 solutions, such as Snapshot or Tally, that everybody knows about them. And they are different solutions than the first ones. They are also extremely easy to use, but you have more, or you have one barrier to entry. We add a step of difficulty to abroad new users. So what is the main problem here? The main problem here is, if we look for the numbers, the amount of governance tokens that are really being used for voting for their purpose, or the main purpose of that token is not being for make proposals, to participate in the community, to help improve how we are doing the decision making. So there are a few amounts of identities that are voting at the end of the day. I know that there are small identities that are delegating their vote to bigger ones, but still is a really small amount. Also, the small holders are not incentivized to vote in terms of gas costs. And also, if we add that only a few amount of token holders are voting, even a smaller amount of users are creating proposals or participating actively in the DAOs. So all of this for newcomers is a nightmare. They have a lot of barriers to entry, and we are not making things easier for them. So what are we proposing, or what do we want to do? We want to remove the barriers to entry. We want to make things easier for newcomers, and also for the people who currently is on DAOs, but they are not voting. They are holding the token. They are coming to those conferences, but they are not actively voting on a snapshot or in the custom solution. So we want to vote, or we want to allow users to vote in a really easy and intuitive mechanism, as good as the maker, as I saw before, or even easier. And we want to vote where everyone is, where the solutions, where the discussion is happening, such a tooling like the forums, or directly where the discussion is happening. Of course, if we want to reduce the barriers to entry for newcomers, it has to be a cashless solution, because we don't want to add an extra step for them. And we are not, for the use case that we have prepared, we don't want to deal with the dispute resolution problem. There are enough protocols that have been researching that problem, such as Gyros or Aragon, and we will use one of them to use it. So where everyone is hanging out? The first place that users or the newcomers go to learn something about the project, to ask questions, to know how the community is growing and what is the hot topic now, they go to Discord. and as a disclaimer here, first, I know that Discord is a centralized solution. I know that Discord is run by a private company, but seems like in the crypto community, seems like it's a trust, or they trust enough to have all their communication there. So we don't want to replace the current solutions. We know they are decentralized solutions that are good for the ecosystem. We only want to reduce barriers for newcomers or for people who is not currently voting. So we have created a Discord vote, and you can vote using reactions, Discord reactions, using thumbs up and thumbs down emojis. And everyone in the channel, everyone who has access to the channel, is going to be able to vote. So it's ideal that you are voting directly where the discussion is happening. Also, when you initialize the vote, you can specify which role will be able to create proposals. So in the middle of the discussion, anyone can create the proposal directly. And for this use case, we are going to use Aragon Govern. And if the proposal gets enough voting, the proposal will be forwarded on-chain and trigger the action. And to reduce the centralization in a transparent way, of course, for a transparent way to the users, to final users, we are going to use Witnet as a decentralized Oracle network solution to try to reduce the centralization that we are adding using Discord. So this is how this look like using the Aragon Witnet integration bot. And imagine that you want to create a proposal for buying a piece of land on Decentraland or in the sandbox or in any place. And if the proposal gets a majority of positive votes, the bot will resolve the voting and will trigger the execution. And well, how this is work under the hood? First, we have to initialize the vote and invite the different monitors or different reactions monitors that are going to retrieve the information for us. And once we have configured the DAO that we are going to use, the Aragon DAO that we are going to use, the bot is going to start listening for different proposals, for the messages of the channel where the users are going to create the proposals. Once they get a proposal, the time block has to be specified, and once the time block is once the time block is specified, they will retrieve the information using a data request that we have previously created, adding different sources, the different sources that are the reactions monitors that anyone could run. And Witnet, the Oracle network, will do this magic, retrieving the information from the different servers, aggregate the information, and finally deliver the result to the bot. And when the result is replied to the bot, if the resolution is okay, they will trigger. We will connect the Aragon contracts, and the transactions will be done. So, what are the next steps that we are thinking to do, or what are the purpose that we want to achieve with this bot? First, we are thinking in an integration, because we think that this bot is, as I said, is not an ideal solution for replace custom solutions. This solution is useful for now how the community thinks, or how the community is evolving to approach a certain solution. So it's great for vote signaling. For instance, in the proof of humanity community, it could be great if someone can make a proposal and know if the community if that proposal has enough power to move forward to another or a more decentralized voting platform. We also were thinking about trying to integrate our solution with a snapshot bot. They have a bot that relays every proposal to your Discord server, and it could be great if we could integrate that with our solution. And also we are thinking in implement token-gated channels, so anyone that has access to a certain Discord server, as we can prove that we own a certain amount of tokens, and those tokens allow us to participate in an existing Discord channel and vote only if we are, or if we prove that we are token owners. And also we want to support with votes. So if you have a different amount than me, your vote will be according to, or will be related with the amount of tokens that you have. And well, at the end of the day, the thing that we are going to do is try to reduce the barriers to entry for newcomers. We are trying to engage the current community that is not participating, that is here, that all of us are interested in the DAO community, but a lot of people is not voting or is not participating actively. So if we really want to make a change, or if we really want to improve the decision making in DAOs in general, we have to make things easier for newcomers. We have to engage more people or more communities to bring them into the ecosystem, and we have to make things easier for them. And of course, as I have said, the solution is meant to be used with other solutions such as a snapshot or even a custom solution. And if you are interested in the bot and you want to learn more or try to use it, you can find the code just below.
So we have some time for questions.
Nope.
Are there examples where this has been used?
Sorry?
Have there been examples where this has been used already?
Is there
are there any communities where you've used it vote?
It's not deployed on mainnet, but we have an integration with using Aragon Govern to vote on their Discord channel, and we have deployed already there, and it can be used from there, and there are also other people who is running the vote by their own, but we don't know exactly the forks that they have made. We know that there are people using the fork solution, but we only use it in our over integration.
Questions? Okay, well, thank you.